In our two stories from the world of Reddit today, we have a man who gets a call, letting him know that his partner's cheating on him, and after that, it's not long before he starts to suspect that his son might not be his. In our second story, OP sees his partner in a hotel room with another guy wearing nothing but a towel, so he grows suspicious about what she's actually up to on this holiday. To find out how this story ends, get yourself a coffee and grab a bowl of popcorn so we can get into it.
I'm 31 and my fiancé's 33. She lives with me in an apartment and we've been together for over 8 years. We were planning our future together, talking about how much children we wanted, building a home, stuff like that. 2 years ago, we had a miscarriage and it affected us in a bad way. It really brought us down, but I supported her throughout the whole thing. We understood that miscarriages happen and that we'd give having a baby another try. Eventually, she fell pregnant again, and I was super happy. We started building our future home, our dream house, and when the baby was born, I was in tears. Honestly, it was the best thing to ever happen to me. Everything felt like a dream, but it wasn't long before it became a nightmare. One day, a lady called Isabel called me, and she was married to my fiancé's coworker. Out of nowhere, this woman told me that my fiancé is a bitch and a cheater, and honestly, I was shocked. "This can't be true," I replied. "I don't believe it." I spoke with my fiancé, and she told me that her and this coworker are just good friends, and that there's nothing to worry about. Apparently, this guy was helping her out, and his wife was jealous. I trusted my fiancé because we've been together for 8 years, and I let her know that I believed her, but wanted her to end her friendship with this guy because he was hurting both of our families, since he's married with 2 kids of his own. It turns out they continued their friendship in secret, and I was very ignorant about it until Isabel reached out to me again and sent me photos of their chats and proof that they were secretly meeting up in a park for lunch. The chats between my fiancé and her coworker involved kisses, emojis, and many things that I considered to be too friendly. When we were on vacation with our baby, my fiancé messaged her coworker saying, "6 days left until we meet." I was devastated. I was broken into a million pieces, and I became suspicious that my 1-year-old son wasn't even mine. The more I looked at him, the more he looked like my fiancé's coworker. I bought a DNA test, and it came out that my son wasn't really my son. I love him so much, but my dream family's been shattered, so I stopped building our dream home. I haven't talked to my fiancé about this, so she doesn't know that I got a DNA test, and we're all still living together. The question is, should I be in the baby's life if I'm not the father? Should I tell my fiancé to leave? If she does and she takes our son, she'll have all the rights because I'm not the father. I feel like I wasted 8 years of my life, and I feel sorry for our son. I don't want him to grow up without a dad, but I'm not his father. My fiancé is still chatting with her coworker, and I don't know what the hell she's thinking. How can she do this to me, to our baby? I feel like this is a shame for me. I got cheated on, and I'm raising a child that isn't even mine. I haven't told to parents because I feel like they'll look at me like I'm a disappointment. Should I evict my fiancé and the baby from my apartment? Her parents are a 15-minute drive away from where we live, so I know she'll go to them with the baby.
In no uncertain terms, OP was cuckolded. Had it not been for the co-worker telling him about what his fiancé was doing behind his back, it's possible that OP never would have discovered that the baby wasn't his. Situations like this really make you wonder how many people are getting cheated on, but never suspect anything. People who say that a man should only get a paternity test done if he thinks his partner's cheating on him are wrong. While this might be a difficult conversation to have, it's in a guy's best interest to confirm such things, because at the end of the day, you can never be 100% sure. Anyway, let's see what conversations are going on in the comments.
Gosh says, "Yes, you should get rid of her from your life, and you have no obligations towards the baby either. You've wasted 8 years on her, so how many more of them do you want to waste? Get rid of her from your life completely and go no contact." Bill says, "Don't feel shame because you trusted a cheater. She should feel all the shame because she's shown that she can't be trusted. She's using you for support for herself and another man's child. And she's letting you pay for vacations while she's thinking about him? Do you really want to spend any more of your life with a low-life woman like that? It's sad that the child will look for a dad, but let her deal with that. She can face the product of her lies and cheating. Her affair partner will probably never leave his wife, so her life will be trashed, which is exactly what she deserves. You warned her, and she lied repeatedly. It's a lot harder to be walked on when you're standing up.
I do think OP should call it quits on this relationship, as there's more than enough time for him to go out and build a family that isn't based on a lie.
My girlfriend went on vacation to visit family, so she was away for 3 weeks. We communicated as normal, talking every day, and one day she messaged me, saying she was going to chill by the pool at a hotel that her friend invited her to. At some point, she went up to this friend's room to change, and keep in mind that this friend is a guy. She video called me while she was drunk, and she was lying on the bed wearing nothing but a towel. In the background, I see a dude who's also wearing a towel, and even though it looked like the room had a lot of people in it, I got angry and hung up the phone. Shortly after, I sent her a text, letting her know that we needed to talk. The thing is, when she called me, I was so angry that I couldn't pick up the phone. Anyway, a few hours go by and I calmed down, so I decided to give her a call. When she answered, I asked her what the hell was going on, and she said that the guy's just a good friend, and he's like a brother to her. I made sure to let her know that it didn't look right, and asked if she was sleeping with him, to which she replied, "No." Later on, though, she finally admitted that they had a one-night stand 4 years ago, but nothing has happened between them since. She went on to say that they're just good friends, and that he actually invited 2 other girls up to the room. Apparently, he slept with the 2 girls he brought up, and the only thing my girlfriend did was get changed into something more suitable to wear before heading home while the others got their freak on. She said that I'm acting this way because I don't trust her, but I simply asked, "Why didn't you tell me about any of this?" After that, I told her that I needed a moment and went to bed. The next day, she was messaging me, but I didn't reply. But when she called, I did answer. To be honest, I was still upset about the whole thing, and she could tell by my tone. She wanted to know if we could move forward from this, but I still need time to think.
While it's not 100% guaranteed, it's likely that OP's partner cheated on him that day. For me, her story just doesn't add up. And because she's so close with someone she had a sexual history with, I would bet a pretty penny that there's more to the story. It's unlikely that what happened between her and this guy was just a one-off if they went on to be good friends afterwards. In my experience, that's just not how one-night stands typically work out. When people hook up and get close to each other after the fact, or if they were good friends before, it's rarely a one-time thing. But hey, OP's partner could be the exception. Let's see what our friends down in the comments have to say.
Known Way says, "It's entirely possible that nothing happened, but unfortunately, you'll never know the truth, and that may weigh on you for a very long time. It could sow seeds of doubt about everything in your relationship going forward. She can say that he's like a brother, but he's not because they've previously been intimate. She was in a towel, and so was he. So you have 2 people naked in a room together where she even said that sexual things happened, even if she said she wasn't involved. You have one life to live, so it's really up to you regarding how much you trust her versus how long you want to spend time doubting everything about your relationship, because you can't get that time back. I don't want to tell you to break up with her because that's your decision, but I will say that from the amount of cheating stories I've seen here that have the line, "He's like my brother," it doesn't mean much, if anything. Gullible Wonder says, "This is just grossly inappropriate and disrespectful. I'm a woman, and the whole, 'don't you trust me?' thing is a manipulative way to say, 'Why are you butthurt over something I did to hurt you?' The correct response should have been, 'I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking and I hurt you and put myself in a compromising position. It won't happen again.' This is a manipulation tactic. She was inappropriate, but you have trust issues because of her lack of respect for you and herself. Sex parties. Really? That's what that was. This is gross behavior for someone in a relationship. Unless they decide to do it together, But this sounds like it's not okay for you, so it shouldn't be okay for her. She owes you an apology, but I doubt you will get one.
Gullible Wonder is speaking truth. OP's girlfriend disrespected and broke her partner's trust with these antics, so their relationship may very well never be the same again, and this is independent of whether she cheated on him or not, because OP doesn't and may never have all the facts. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Coffee and Popcorn, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.